It's been prepared.
That's right.
Yes? Not everything that looks a certain way is it. We taught on what is it, remember? And then it was manna. And then I saw something that said, what is this? Now it's, what is this? What is it? What is what? Then I saw a t-shirt today online, what this is, and I'm like, oh, what is going on?
I'm over it.
Yeah, what, right? Why so many whats, God?
Yes.
What are you saying? What are you telling me? What are you showing me?
Yeah.
What is this? What? But that's what he loves about us. That when he says what, you stop and you ponder and you research it and you figure it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lord, why do you keep giving me the word what? What does it mean? Why are you giving it to me? I want answers because he's speaking, amen? When I saw what is this or what is it or this is it, I started finding out different things in the Bible. And I thought, these are simple, practical questions, right?
Yes.
That we just,
With greater meaning. Huh? Yeah.
we just discount them,
Yeah.
right? It's like my friend was taking this medication. And I know that it's not good, only because I work for the surgery center. So I had told her, I said, look, this medication, when I worked for the weight loss center, they were giving them this medication so they would never lose weight.
Wow.
Oh. And she said, what do you mean? And I said, look, I worked there. And I asked him, I go, isn't this medication for diabetics? And he said, yes. I go, then why are we giving it to our weight loss patients? And he said, well, if I want to keep my clientele,
Oh my. Yes.
and keep them coming back,
Then we.
I have to keep them
Mm-hmm. That's right.
where they're not losing weight too fast. And I lose them.
That's right.
So I told her that, right? And then later, guess what? After I told her that, somebody sent me an email that said that particular medication had a defect and that people were taking it were becoming very ill.
Oh.
So I shot it over to her.
Yes.
And she said, oh my God, okay. The minute she got off of it, right, she stopped taking it. And she continued taking her weight loss pills that I had given her. She's no longer a diabetic.
Amen. Wow. Amen. Amen.
What did God do? He
Yes.
stepped in.
That's right.
Because what is this?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What is this in you that makes you do that? What is this in you that keeps going around that same mountain? What is this in you that keeps telling you it's okay when you know it's not?
Yeah, that's right.
And you have to address it, or you're going to continue that way and remain alone. Because what's in you is driving you to stay by yourself. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Right? I love the word single. Right? And then wife. A single person behaves this way. A wife behaves this way. So what do you want to be?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So then we have to switch up our thinking, our way of living. Come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because we're heading for a different direction.
Yeah.
Remember when Paul said, when I was a child, I spoke like a child, and now I've put away childish things?
Yes.
What was he telling us? That something had changed. That before I thought like that, and before I believed like that, and before I thought it was like that. But now that I've grown up and I've researched the scriptures,
Now you know better.
I don't act like that anymore. And I'm not childish anymore.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And I'm not acting that way anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't be talked to that way.
That's
Why?
right. That's
Because
right.
I'm a child of the King. Amen? I'm a child of God. Amen?
That's right. That's right.
Yes?
Yes.
So we're seeing that God is saying things are going to happen quick. You're not going to wait. No more delay. But I need you to speed it up. I need you to get on point. I need you to catch up. It's like when you're in school and the year's about to end, and I've always been a student. So I would always ask my teachers, is there anything missing before the year ends? Did I not do some homework? Or are there some assignments I haven't completed? I don't want to get to the end.
That's right. Be like,
Yeah.
Right? And be told, you're not passing this class because you have 4 assignments you never turned in. I may have thought I turned them in, but I didn't turn them in. Does that make sense? And that's what God's talking about. He said, there are things you need to do, but don't leave the others undone.
finish what you started.
Yes, there are good starters. You might be a good starter, but you're not a finisher. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Why? Because we say, I'm starting this project. I'm excited. I got this business going. It's up and running, right? We're excited for you. And the next time we see you, oh no, I didn't really like that business. So I started another business and it's up and running and I'm excited. And then the next time I see you and I'm like, how many businesses have you started? How many relationships have you started and not finished? Come on.
Amen. Yep.
Because something was off in you. Right?
Yes.
There's some things, my God, if we don't pay attention, we're going to miss it. Right? I have a birth certificate that has been typed a certain way, obviously, all my life. But I know how we spell our name. So all my documents are done how we spell our name. Right?
Yes.
But apparently when my mama had me, she gave them the name, but they typed it in wrong. But I've never written it wrong. But when I went to the DMV this last time, she said, oh no, she said, why are you spelling your name like that if your birth certificate says this? And then I'm like, wait, let me see that paper. And then I'm like, no, I don't understand this. She says, come back. This is just a copy. Maybe it's blurry. Come back with the original, right? So I went home and got the original. And the original is spelled wrong too. So for all these years, I've been spelling it a certain way because I don't care what that paper says, but you have to care because you're going to have a legal document. It has to be that way, even though I legally changed my name later in life, which is a binding document, and that's what I'm going on. I'm saying this to say to you that there are some things that are right under your nose that are not what you thought. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's not what you thought. But yet you're still, right, doing it that way. Because for some reason it's become a habit. It doesn't take me 5 hours to get ready in the morning. No, 45 minutes max, 30 if I'm in a rush. Once I jump out of that bed, boom, I know, routine. Out. I'm not wandering. I'm not doing other things. I'm not putting one eyelash on and then making a burrito. I'm not going over, no. Why? Because God says you have to be single-minded.
Yes.
You must be single-minded. Why? Because of how He's going to use you. Amen?
Amen.
The Spirit of God is moving on the earth at such a rapid pace that some of us are even missing Him. We're watching Him move, amen? so quickly in our Wednesday night Bible studies, boom, 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 people are falling out under the power. God is moving, things are happening. One lady said to me the other day, I don't want anybody else coming here because it's so powerful and I don't want them ruining our atmosphere, and I'm sorry I'm being selfish, but I don't welcome anyone else. She said, because I love what we have here.
Amen.
And I said, that's powerful, but what about the people? What about the new folks? She said, let's just hold out. Let's finish the summer, just us. I'm like, she's serious. Because she's enjoying the fruit of her labor.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. There's some things you have to do. Because only you can do it. With the help of the King. Amen. In other words, I'm telling you today by the Spirit, He is saying to you by the Spirit, it's a one-on-one assignment for you. Is that good?
Yes.
One-on-one. No one can pray you through it. No one can walk you through it. Only He can.
Amen.
Once He shows you, He'll take you right through it. Amen. It's like when you have surgery. You go in by yourself.
That's right.
You come out by yourself.
Yep.
You determine the recovery time.
Yep.
We do.
Yes,
Because your body will listen to you, right? You determine how long you're going to be laid out. You determine how quick you're going to get back on your feet.
That's right.
You determine, because I can talk to my body.
Yes.
Amen? The surgeon is good. He's done a good job. I come out, I lay down, I recover, I get up, and I'm just normal, because before I went in,
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I prepared my mindset. I prepared my body to recover quickly. Come on.
That's right.
And I began to decree it and declare it. And my doctor said, are you walking after surgery? I said, yeah, I got to go to the bathroom. He said, no, Rebekah, they bring the bedpan. I said, but I don't need it. He said, it's obvious that you don't, right?
Go ahead.
But think about it.
That's
Because
right.
there was a preparation that I had to make.
Yes.
There's a preparation that you have to make. There has to be a change. Okay, listen. This is powerful. If there's evil spirits that follow you, and you know they follow you because you recognize them, they're familiar to you, right? How long are you going to keep them?
That's right.
Right? I had a friend tell me recently that somebody followed her, and it was so bad that literally blocked her car in on the street. That's scary,
Yeah.
right? And when she was telling me this, I saw her face and I remembered me, and I said, you know what, sister? I said, that used to happen to me. And I remember being on an airplane with a lot of the women from church, and there was a man on the plane that was sitting in the front that came all the way to the back just to stare at me the entire flight. So we were uncomfortable with him because he
Yeah.
shouldn't have been sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to tell the flight attendant, and she had to escort him back to the front. But no matter how many times she escorted him to the front, he still kept making his way back. So what they had to do was take me and put me in the front, in the, what is it called? In the coach area, right? So they put me there, and guess what?
He went there.
He made his way there. So we had to make a decision. They're going to put me in the cockpit with the actual pilot,
Wow.
but the pilot had to land
Wow.
because they didn't know what he was capable of,
That's right.
right? So we landed in Vegas, I'll never forget, and they had to arrest him
Wow.
for stalking.
Yes.
They took him off the plane. Well, I didn't just go home, horrible experience, whatever I want to tell myself. No, I went home and started praying. Something is deadly wrong here.
Yes.
Why am I always followed? Why am I always stopped? Why do people pull me over on the freeway? Why do all the police officers in Chino Hill always pull me over? This is something that needs to stop.